Okay guys, in this video we're going to have a quick look at the food cost calculator. Now this is something that we've just added in as an optional extra. You don't need to use it if you don't want to, but it can be quite useful if when you go through the P&L tracking sheet that you notice your food cost percentage is a bit too high. So sometimes we found that clients have done that. They've been quite horrified in some instances when they actually start breaking down what they're spending on food, what they're bringing in after GST, and that percentage isn't quite where they thought it was. So it's a good way of doing it proactively instead of waiting to look at the profit and loss or figures from your bookkeeper or so on when it's too late to do anything. This is something you can actually do in real time, and if there is a problem, you can correct it fairly quickly. So all this is basically here, you can see in this example, all I've done is add the name of the menu item that we're going to cost out, and then down here added all the ingredients that go into making up that particular product, which in this case is the bacon and egg roll. So some of these, like these prices down here, have just been added. That's what you're actually paying for those prices. The spreadsheet will then add the total cost of what it's costing you to produce that. You enter in here the price that you sell for. The spreadsheet then takes out the GST, and it will give you the food cost percentage and therefore the gross profit percentage. So this can be good, as I said, if your overall food cost is higher than you thought it was, or you want to try and find a way to bring it down and really maximize what you're getting out of the business during the last phase of you running it. It's obviously, you know, hopefully you're not going to have the business for too much longer, but it's going to be good for you to get as much out of the business in the short term as you can. This is also really useful if you do get any pushback from potential buyers about the way the business is currently performing. If you've got all of this in place and this is all done, they can see that, to be honest, a lot of the hard work's been done for them, and they can be assured that the business is running profitably. Even if there was a slight dip before, you can actually show them that there's added value to the business by you going through this process and making sure that everything's where it should be. So as I said, it's not something that's essential that you do. It's there as an option if you'd like to do it. It's not going to do any harm, and it can be quite eye-opening with some of the dishes. It's a really good idea to start off with the things that you sell the most of. So in this case, the person we were working with, bacon and egg rolls was one of their biggest sellers in the morning. And this is the after the prices. When we put it in before, they were only actually running about 45–50% gross profit. So much lower than it should be. We helped them to negotiate some better deals with their suppliers. They were a bit more conscious about waste, especially with things like bread rolls. And they shopped around for a couple of other products as well. So just a little bit of focus on that kind of thing can make a big difference. So I'll leave it with you, entirely up to you if you want to go through and do that. Even if you do maybe half a dozen, it's going to be better than not doing anything if you feel there's a problem with your food costs. So hopefully that's all fairly self-explanatory. If you do have any questions, queries, or anything you're not sure about, as always, just reach out and get in touch.